Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to How Hard Can It Be? This is episode 23. I'm Phil Murphy. That baby is a Nauticus 27 foot, and this little creature is a blue missile, or should I say, a Shakespeare, that is 55 years old, born in 1963. Small engine, small outdrive, no history. That's what we've got to sort out. We are going to start on the next project, which happens to be more windows. And boy, we got a task on our hands because these are barely standing up, should we say. As you can tell, they've had a harsh life. They've been bodged, drilled, holed, you name it, bodged up, broke, snapped, gooed up. Can't think of any other name other than what I've just said, but there's a lot of work to be done. So I've been in a quandary about them. I've been umming and ahhing whether to make brand new ones, make them out of wood, use aluminium, make a new profile, but I don't think that's a job that I could do, in all honesty. So what I've decided to do is I have decided to restore what I have. So I'm going to dismantle this, clean up as much as I can, establish what can be saved and what can't be saved. Obviously the rubbers are definitely going to have to come out because they are, well,
coming out anyway.
They're falling out anyway, yeah, exactly. So we're going to concentrate on these, and if it's anything like the other windows that we didn't have to take the glass out of, I think we're in for a long episode with this one. So that is what I'm going to tackle this week. So I'll get on with it.
Which part of the window or the boat is this? Exactly.
This is the windscreen.
So it's two halves of the windscreen.
Two halves of the windscreen, yes.
So we'll try and put it together just so the viewer can get the message.
Well, I think they'll probably know how it goes by the way that it's shaped, but there you go. That's how it goes. Basically, they get put together amateurishly at this side here. Obviously, somebody has had these apart many times, and they've just put some aluminium cover over it. We need to do something different because that's just horrible, and I just couldn't stand that. And same at that side, and same at this side. So there is a lot of fabrication to be done before I'm going to be fully satisfied and happy with the finished article. What's making me sway to restoring these is the actual shape of it, because as I've looked on many a website and historic photographs of Nauticus 27 foots and the 22 foots, quite a lot of them, when they were built, were fabricated with a fiberglass section where you could install square windows. Mine hasn't got that, hence the reason why you see the shape of the roof of the boat. So that leads me on to thinking, right, okay, I'll work with what I've got. I mean, I was very happy with the way that the windows went, and there's no reason why I can't tackle this. What I will have to do, and I've never ever done this before, is I'm going to have to puddle weld aluminium into a lot of these holes. I'm going to take these studs out, which are the studs that hold the canvas roof over. I'm going to remove all those. I'm going to puddle weld everything up, which is going to be very interesting, and file it all down, make it good, prime it, spray it like the rest of the windows that we did, and hopefully we'll end up with something that looks pretty good. So as you can tell, we've got a lot of work just with these two pieces. So It's going to be a long process, but I'm looking forward to it. So we'll get on with the episode. So we'll see you very shortly. Okay, so we're on day 2 already, and another fine day as well. Hopefully it's going to be like this for the next few days, which means that I can do most of this work outside. So what did I do yesterday when I last left you? Well, we obviously had 2 of these, and now we've only got 1 that's in this condition because I have stripped down these into various sections, looking a bit sad and sorry for themselves. Quite a lot of these have got rusty screws in them, which have been or proven to be extremely difficult to get out. As soon as I've got a screwdriver anywhere near them, they've just corroded and disintegrated in my hand. So, you know, some of these I'm going to have to drill out. There's quite a lot of these, what look like primitive aluminium brackets, that there again the screws have disintegrated, and also these brackets have sort of welded themselves over time with corrosion to the actual frames. So these are proving difficult to get out as well, and obviously some of them have broken. So I'll have to come up with another idea of putting these together, which will be something to do with these welding rods that I have got that are made of aluminium. Anyway, so what have we got? So we've got these frameworks, and as you can tell, the frame sits quite nicely to the shape of the roof. So it's a case of clean these up, take these off, which I've started to do. As you can see, I've sanded this first piece down, which has obviously come up okay. This is a similar condition to what the windows were, so we already know how well they have turned out. So hopefully these are going to turn out just as well. But of course we're going to have to plug all these holes with aluminium, etc., and get the whole thing made, and then we'll have to spray it, of course, once everything's made up, even to the point of putting the glass in place. And we're going to have to be ordering some new rubbers because these rubbers have perished. So I found a good company called Seal Direct UK. They've got a superb catalogue ranging from every type of window seal you can imagine for the auto trade as well as the marine. Superb. So what I will do is I will put the details of that down when we've completed this video. I'll add it to the description at the bottom. So yes, these are the window seals that we need to replace, which we will do. Well, I'll send one of these away and they will obviously help me out and determine which ones I require. Glass wise, obviously this is the side section. Glass is in good condition, obviously filthy, just needs cleaning up. The main front screen, just put that one there. Fortunately, they aren't damaged in any way. Hopefully I won't drop it. Create a jigsaw. As you can tell, they are shaped. Yeah?
Just couldn't hear you.
Oh, right. They are shaped, so you can see that these will go into this framework, which is shaped too. So once these are cleaned up, these are good to go. The only one that is will need replacing is that one, which happens to be perspex because it's all crazed and whatnot. So obviously at some point that has cracked before or it's broken and somebody's inserted a perspex piece. So we shall replace that with some glass so it's, everything's all in uniform. So that's the stage I'm up to at the moment. You can see that I've broken one down. I'm going to clean everything up with this one, and then I'll start breaking that one down. And I shall rejoin, or should I say, you will rejoin me once we've got to the that stage. So stay tuned. See you later. Hello everybody and welcome back to How Hard Can It Be? Now, Since I last spoke to you, I have been grafting my little backside off, cleaning these to an inch of their life. So we've got to a point where we are now at bare, what I believe is aluminium. And obviously there's a bit of no, don't tell me. I need to get this right. Stress fractures in the alloy there and there. So these are the areas where we need to braze, and the word braze is correct, not puddle weld, because apparently puddle welding is something to do with the automotive industry where they puddle into steel, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this particular thing that we're going to be doing in a very short period of time is brazing. And in order to do brazing, we have to clean the areas where we're going to be putting the two parts together. So, the two parts together are obviously going to be these sort of areas here, and so on and so on and so on. So, we've got to clean these edges up so clean that the new alloy weld rods will adhere to the alloy. So, that is the process that I'm currently up to. So as you can see, I've sandpapered these all down. There's obviously divots and all sorts of stuff going on. So what we have to do next is clean, like I have done with this one. Clean just the areas where you're going to, which is closest to where you're going to weld. So those edges obviously need to be spotless and clean. That edge, etc. And all the way around on these edges. So I purchased a little machine. It only cost me £30 and it came off, where did I get it off? Sure. Oh, was it that Facebook thing? What was it called?
Or was it eBay?
No, it wasn't eBay. Marketplace. Marketplace. Great place to find little bargains. So, what I'm doing is cleaning up these areas where it's going to get some weld. So, that's what I'm going to do. This has got a nice little bit of sandstone on the edge, which is great. Saves me firing away forever. So all I'm going to do is place this face onto that face and just clean up. As you can see, just takes out all the burr and all the rubbish that's on there. Finally the face. Also, this is ideal for getting that face absolutely perfect on an angle. And there we have it. So that one's done. And that one's done. So, there we go.
Show it to the camera. That's it. Turn it into the light. Just twist it around so we can see the reflection. Right, okay.
Twist it into the light.
That's...
Twist it into the light. Right, hold on. That's a wider one. You can see that one.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, thank you.
There you go, see? That's what I like about this machine. It takes all the work out of it. Right, so I've got lots more to do. I've got to clean the glass and I've got to do all sorts of stuff. Oh, by the way, I've also ordered the, well, I haven't ordered. What I've done is I've taken the the gasket out of here and chopped a bit off, and I posted it this morning off to Seal Direct, and hopefully they're going to come back to me and say, yes, I've got some of that. How much do you want? So fingers crossed, that's what's going to happen next, because we can't put them back together just yet. But we've still got a little bit of welding to do, and that will happen very, very shortly. So I'll see you later. Hey! Only way to travel on a beautiful day, don't you think? Oh! It's Brazing Day! Right, it's brazing time. So, swatted up again on it, and what we need to do is we need to warm this up, and then every so often we check it with what we're going to be using as the this alloy that's hopefully going to melt and go into this area here where we want it to fill. And basically we warm it, check it, keep warming it, and hopefully this will melt before that does. If that melts, then we've got a problem. So let's get this going. First time I've ever done anything like this. Stand back, John. This could be dangerous. Bang! Right. Eyes down looking, folks. I think it's not blowing, it's not hot enough. That's what I think. I think I need to replace this head with something else that may have a better mixture with air and whatever. Like I say, I'm not up to speed with it, but clearly it's not hot enough. I've had the flame on it quite a long time, and it's not melting. So back to the drawing board. We shall not give up just yet, because I shall get another head and ask some more questions. So see you later. Welcome back. So final attempt at this brazing. Everybody's told me it's so difficult to do, and I am beginning to wonder whether it's all worth it. Anyway, my final time was about an hour ago. I went to see somebody. I bought a new canister, and I also bought a new burner as well to go with it. So you're going to get to see, as well as me, how it goes on. If I fail, and we go to plan B, which will have to be probably go down the hardwood route, and I'll have to make some hardwood windows, which actually I quite like the idea of, because it would match in quite nicely with the teak on the side, and everything would be nicely varnished up by the time the exterior is done. So I'm thinking, yeah, that would suit. But before we do that, while I was waiting for John to turn up with the camera, I sprayed what you would probably have seen in this episode, possibly, me sanding down the fiberglass sections of the windows. And these are to go around the kitchen and the other one, of course, is to go round the bathroom area. As you can see, it's fiberglass. These were quite pitted and what have you. So I took them home, I sanded them down, and rather than just primer them first, I went and got some Rust-Oleum filler primer. Now the good thing about filler primer is it does two jobs. One is, of course, it primers, but it also, because it's like a watered down soup, I'd call it, it sort of fills all the little potholes and all the little cracks and crevices, etc. So I've used a full can on these two to give it plenty of depth. I'm going to leave these because tomorrow I'm disappearing for a couple of weeks. So these will have time to cure, and when I come back I will then continue, I will grey primer them, and then we will metallic them like that little window over there, which is obviously that's just got to have a bit of lacquer on it, and then that's finished. Anyway, so that's what I've done with this. Very easy to put on. I left it to dry in the sun. I left about 5 minutes between each coat, and I've used a full can. So automotive filler primer is really useful for fiberglass windows. So let's get inside and start this brazing. Okay, so here we go. So what I've done is I've just put a piece of old metal just as a support behind, just in case this actually works. So then when I use the solder or the brazing material, then it'll stay on the top and it won't just keep dropping through. That's the theory. It'll help if I've got a rod. Right. Okay. New tool. Old tool. New head. New bottle. Hopefully this will work. Don't need matches. I must point out I cleaned the area again before I started. Well, don't know whether that looks a mess or whether that has worked. So first attempt didn't work, second attempt didn't work. Final attempt. No. Well, hardwood windows it is.
I think so. A lot more fun. Aesthetically pleasing.
Wait, it moved? What?
You breathe life into it.
Yeah. That ain't gonna work. Right, well, there we go. Is brazing difficult? For me, it's impossible. So, back to the drawing board. And I must admit, I'm not making excuses. But they don't look very nice, do they?
Compared to the other ones you've done.
No. They're horrible. The only other thing I can think of is to take it to somebody. There's a guy in Blackburn that makes windows out of things like this. Whether I go down that route or not, I don't know. But I do quite like the idea of going down the wood.
That's a template.
Yeah, it is a template. Yeah. Well, it is. If I stop burning it and destroying it, yeah. Anyway, there we go. We failed on this occasion. This is the one episode we've got a thumbs down on it, unfortunately. But you know what? These things are here to try, and I have failed on this particular occasion. So I will leave on that sad note, just as well I am going away for 2 weeks. So thank you for watching and seeing me fail on this occasion. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.